I was relieved that we did not have overtly hostile and discriminatory comments from the justices. None of them. Even the most conservative ones, where we know we're unlikely to get their vote, from the substance of the questions, their tone had a type of respect that I was really, really glad to hear. To me, that means we are making a lot of progress. Whatever the court does in the case, to not have the overt contempt that we have seen from the justices in some past cases. So that was terrific. We can see that there are profound divisions among the justices. I can't count the votes at the moment, but I think the issues are being taken seriously, including the core question of what is the role of the court? What is the role of equal protection under the law? To have the justices back and forth on that, and whether it's okay to have discrimination against transgender people because the legislature chooses it without the state having to have good reasons. That question, we see the division. Some of the justices saying, leave it up to majority vote. And that's an alarming prospect, and tough, responsive questions. That the role of the Constitution is to protect minority groups, protect groups who get targeted unfairly, and requiring the government to have a darn good reason for treating people differently based on sex, which includes treating people differently based on transgender status. So I can't count the votes. I'm really relieved that the questioning was serious and respectful. I'm going to be really hopeful and wait for the decision. Well, it's a very scary prospect to have legislators with no medical training deciding that a minority group of people cannot have the same medical care that another group can have, as if they all have medical degrees, which they don't. And in this case, the law is about asking young people in Tennessee to appreciate their gender and to not want to live in a way that's different from the gender they were assigned at birth. I've been at this work for a long time, decades really, and I have seen serious questioning from justices, and I've heard contemptuous questions from members of this Supreme Court. We have work to do to get our society as a whole to understand who transgender folks are and to insist on equal treatment. I do have hope that this court will decide that this obviously sex-based classification requires a good reason from government. And if the court does not do that, it just means we'll have to be at this work longer. So I'm hopeful, but committed to continuing to do this work as long as we have to do it. Because, discrimination against members of our community is not okay. It's never been okay. It's not okay today. And that's what Lambda Legal exists to do, and we're here to do it. I'm so proud of our legal team. I'm so proud of our intense collaboration with our colleagues at the ACLU, and deeply proud of the families that participated in this case. That's not an easy thing to do for many reasons, but those are dedicated parents and a physician who takes care of young people, and I'm so honored, we're so honored to have the privilege of representing them to try to help young people across Tennessee and the many other states where these discriminatory bans have been imposed. This litigation really can change the law and safeguard lives, and we're honored to have the opportunity to do that. The Lambda Legal team is just extraordinary. The brilliance and the dedication, the passion that every member of this team brings to the work is so inspiring. It's what we need, and it's what we have. And as the leader of the department, as the chief legal officer, I'm deeply proud of what we're bringing to this work. It's what we need. We need more of it because we have an awful lot of work to do, but we have what it takes, and I'm really grateful for that.